Okay, now we're going to talk about my buddy Parker Converse's Daminator Laminator and how to make one. They're used for cutting your laminations. They make cutting laminations a lot safer, a lot more fun, and a lot less exciting. When you're talking about laminations in a rocking chair, you're talking about two dimensions. 1 inch and 7/16 for the back braces, 1 inch and 9/16 for the rocker lands. So your Daminator Laminator needs to be set up for those two dimensions. And here you can see 1 inch and 9/16. This side is going to be used for the rockers. 1 inch and 7/16. This side is going to be used for the back brace lamination. So we're going to do the first cut here, and we cut these 1/2 inch deep. So this is set up for 1 inch and 7/16. So now we'll trim this piece off. And we've glued these long pieces on right here. Now, why do we use these long pieces? Well, it's because if you see for the back braces, it helps to hold the billet down and keep it from So that's the only reason that's there. And sometimes it's a good idea to put a little piece of tape on the very end to help hold it down a little bit better. So this would be for the back braces, and this would be for the rockers. And you see we got more space here. The rockers are thicker than the back braces. Now, the other thing I do, you see we got a kind of an ugly gap here. When I prepare it to be used, I cut a little relief here. Now, why do I do that? Here's the way you operate the Daminator Laminator. You have it sitting here. You got you're feeding your wood through the saw blade, and then you come here and you push it with your thumb while you're reaching for the laminator. And because I've got this relief, I can push my laminator up against the billet without pinching my thumb. Now, one thing that I do, not all the time but frequently, is when you set up your laminator, you're going to have this piece of wood, which is going to be pushing your laminate through. Well, sometimes that stays really stable and sometimes it doesn't stay very stable. You can use different kinds of wood, but what I've done on these is I have put bubinga on the part that's going to be pushing that laminate through. Bubinga is very stable, doesn't like to move, it's very strong, and it will just serve you well. It won't warp on you. Now, here's some. Now, when you make your laminator, this is the one I use. I use a narrow kerf blade with this. I use a blade that has only a 1/16 kerf. And you can see that there's not very much pushing that piece through. This would be the rockers, and this would be the back braces. You see, that's not a very big piece of wood, but you see how stable this is? That stays straight as an arrow. Partly because we have this end, but partly because it's bubinga, and it's a very stable wood. All right?